back to Business and Show about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. I'm thrilled to be joined by Nate Jenson, who has a master's degree in forensic accounting, certified management accountant, certified in strategy and competitive analysis, certified in a lot of things, but more importantly, he has somewhere around 30,000 hours of helping small business owners just like you understand what's driving or inhibiting their profitability and cash flow and what to do about it. Nate Jenson, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. This is so timely. Everybody talks about New Year's resolutions and going to the gym and all that, but as business owners, I know what everybody's looking for is a New Year's resolution of how they can do better in the new year in their business. And Nate, I know you are the expert, the subject matter expert on this topic. So Nate, I want to sort of dive right in and talk about financial reporting, which is something that everybody wants to do better in the new year. Why do people need good financial reporting, and can't they just go into QuickBooks and just do one of the quick template reports and just get what they need?
That's a perfect question. There's a lot of reports in QuickBooks or Xero or whatever software you're using. The disconnect, though, is those numbers, your P&L, your balance sheet, whatever you're looking at, those numbers need to drive action. And I think where people struggle is understanding the story behind the numbers and what those numbers are telling them they need to do. There's always some sort of action that you need to take. And if you look at your P&L and say, oh, we lost money last month, that tells you lost money, but so what? Like, what do you do with that? You need to be able to drill down and understand what do we change so that in the coming month and the next month, we're always in the black.
That's for sure. So definitely, again, the reports, the data matters. I've been saying that for a long time in this program, that it's not just, again, an accountant is not just for the annoying process of filing your taxes, but can actually be used, and this is a good segue into our next question, to actually improve your profit. So you talk a lot about forecasting. How does having a forecast actually help you improve your profit and put more cash in the bank?
So I've had a lot of the same experience over the years, where I will take on a new client, we will put together a forecast for them. And then as I sit down with them to review what we've put together and what we found, the number of times that I have to say, look, if everything goes to plan, you're going to be losing money. It astounds me that when we sit down to look what we're actually planning on doing, just based on basic assumptions that a business owner has, that they're not going to not just hit their goals, but they're actually moving backwards. And so, just like I said, if you're looking at your P&L for last month and you see you had a bad month, there's nothing you can do about last month. It's gone, it's over. But if you look ahead and you say, okay, I'm projecting a loss of whatever, or I'm projecting being off of my target revenue or target net income by a certain margin, it's still in the future. You can still fix that, right? You can get more sales, you can reduce your costs. There's a whole bunch of different approaches you can take to change what that number is going to be. If it's on the forecast, if it's on a historic P&L, it's too late. It's over and done.
For sure. Again, I'm chatting with Nate Jenson, who is our subject matter expert as we talk about New Year's resolutions in your business. Again, with over 30,000 hours of helping small business owners understand what's driving or inhibiting their profitability. This is a perfect segue to talk a little bit about some of the things, the New Year's resolutions, Nate, that you're recommending for your small business clients to improve profitability. What is that one thing, if people remember nothing else from this conversation, that they can do to improve profitability?
The number one thing I would say is you need to have a system in place that drives action based on your financial reporting. So you need to be able to look at your numbers on a regular basis. You need to understand what those numbers are telling you to do, and then you need to take action on that. So that would be, for example, if you look at your P&L and you say, hey, we made money, we lost money, that's where you start. But then if you didn't hit the numbers that you wanted, you've got to drill down. Well, why didn't we make as much money as we wanted to? Is our staffing too high? Were our sales too low? Maybe we had specific clients who just weren't profitable as a client, that client relationship. And so for me, the profitability is driven by action, obviously. You have to understand your numbers and not just what they mean, but what they're telling you to do. That's what I would harp on again and again and again, is what is the action I take based on what my numbers show me? And it's not just profitability. Profitability and cash flow go hand in hand.
Okay, perfect. Well, Nate, I want to go there about the cash flow. What's that number one thing that we can do to improve our cash flow in the new year?
For most of the clients that I've worked with in the past, the number one thing that almost all of them could do is reduce their terms. A lot of companies, especially new startups, are so interested in getting business in the door that they will extend credit, they'll extend a lot of credit, and then they have to spend a lot of time chasing their accounts receivable, collecting that. And so if you provide value in your marketplace and you know you have a good offering, be comfortable charging for that up front. Take payment up front, even if it's on a credit card or whatever. Make sure you get your cash, because if you don't get your cash, profitability really doesn't matter.
That's for sure. Well, Nate, you've shared a lot of good advice over here, and I want to make sure our listeners can get in touch with you and your team. Nate, again, the subject matter expert on everything accounting, reporting, forecasting, cash flow, profitability. I know you've got a lot of answers to a lot of questions, but it starts with getting in touch with you. How can we do that?
Best way is just through my website. It's zerotocfo.com, and it's spelled out ZEROTOCFO.com. And you can contact me there or set up an appointment. I'm happy to go through some basics with anybody for free. So
awesome. ZeroToCFO.com. Nate Jenson, thank you so much for sharing your expertise in these homework assignments in the new year. Wishing you and your family and your business a happy, healthy, and successful new year. We'll be right back in the show all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. Don't touch that dial.